Hello again, everyone. I'm Dave Johnston, and we're back here with more AggressiveFun. Today, we're going to look at switching out Xfinity Comcast wireless router. For whatever reason, they are sending out replacements. They say that the Wi-Fi in the existing equipment can degrade. I have noticed some flaky Wi-Fi performance. I'm hoping that that's related to this replacement and this will improve it. The other thing I've noticed is almost exactly at midnight every night I will lose Wi-Fi connection on devices that are further away from the Wi-Fi router. That's going to be something that I'm really going to be looking at with this new device. I've actually been at the other end of our house and I've lost connection right at midnight and gone to the Wi-Fi connection on my smartphone and saw that it was connected to the router Wi-Fi, the Xfinity Comcast router Wi-Fi. I also purchased an extender that is about halfway through our home. At that time when the signal strength goes down at midnight, if I switch over to that extender, everything works fine. So I've stopped connecting directly to the Xfinity router and I use the extender, and when I do that I don't notice the loss of signal at any particular time. And my phone isn't smart enough to just stay on there all the time. Sometimes it switches back. You go out of the home, away from home, come back, it'll still connect to the Xfinity Wi-Fi router, and I have to watch that sometimes. So hopefully, the point is that I'm hoping this fixes that problem. We'll keep our fingers crossed and see. I have the standard Xfinity Comcast set up for a residence. I don't have there isn't anything special other than we use the package that has the normal channels. We do have a phone connected because the package deal had it where if you did the phone, TV, and Wi-Fi, you get that better deal. It's kind of the trifecta deal. So that's what we have. It's the standard setup. What I will show you today is going through their step-by-step process to take this replacement box and put it in place of the one that's there now. The procedure of this happening, we got a letter in the mail a few weeks ago saying that, hey, you may have an issue with your internet Xfinity router for Wi-Fi, and that the performance will degrade over time, and if you don't replace it, you could lose your internet connection altogether. So, like I say, a couple weeks after we received that letter, we got this box from UPS, and has all of the box, the router itself. It has a description. I won't take the time to go through this. I basically have said what's here. Oh, one other thing though is everything in this box is replacing the other unit, and then that hardware is put back inside of here and you ship this back in the same container. They've included a UPS label so that very simple to get the thing shipped back, and also they're saying that when you ship it back there will be a $10 credit on the account, so that's kind of nice as it helps with the inconvenience. So we have that little bit of instruction to begin with. There's documentation in the get started guide, cables that in my case I would believe in most cases they're not even going to be needed because they're already existing, and then we have the router itself. There's the back side of it, and then what it looks like on the front side. Of course, it mounts this direction, and with that, let's head downstairs to where it's actually installed, and we'll do the swap out. Okay, this guy is our router. As you can see, it's running right now, and we will go through the steps to swap it out. We have the quick start getting started guide. This basically shows everything that you would have to go through as though you're putting in a brand new unit. We're not doing that. We're just going to swap out the unit that's here with this replacement. So I'm not going to go through that step by step. I doubt that we will need these, but if we do, it's nice that they've sent extras there, I guess. Take this guy out of the packaging. As you can see, they do actually look, well, close to identical. This one's does have a phone button on it. This one doesn't have the phone button. I don't know that that matters. Maybe it doesn't. So what I'll go ahead and do is, on this back side, I will go ahead and power down first with the plug that's at the very bottom. You unplug that guy and you'll see that all of the indicators have gone off, which is good. And then I'm going to just move cables over from one box to the other box. So we have the phone connection, we have multiple Ethernet connections here. Go in the right way, bring those all over. It looks like all of these end up being identical, so with an existing installation it makes it really easy just to pull them over. And then the last one down here at the bottom is the coaxial cable connector. Actually, it will be the second to the last one. So that's everything off of there. That one's going to go back. Put the coaxial cable back on in that same spot. Screw it into place. And then the power is the very last one. And it was here down at the bottom. I'll just plug it back in. There we go. You can see that the lights come back on. And it's going to start going through its power up process. In this quick start guide, we've done all of the plug-ins. Wait until the power, US/DS, and online lights remain solid for 1 minute. The lights may flash for up to 20 minutes. Wow, that's a long time. And your wireless gateway may reboot. When these lights stop flashing, move on to step 2. So I only have the one light. That's just the power. That's not the USDS has not come on yet at all. Wow, 20 minutes. Holy cow. So there's a warning indicator here. If the lights do not stop flashing after 20 minutes, tighten the cables, then try moving the wireless gateway to a different cable wall outlet. And as you can see, they have started to blink. So that's a good sign. 20 minutes, that's a long time. But we'll wait. Okay, we are back, and yes, it takes a freaking long time. When they say 20 minutes, they are not kidding. As you can see now, we've got not only the power indicator, but also the top 4 that are all changing and acting normal. So now they're saying that once you have it to this state, you can go ahead and activate, which is you either use your mobile device like a smartphone device or a tablet, or you can do it with a desktop that's connected through an Ethernet cable. Now I happen to have a hardwired Ethernet connection from this box to a desktop, so I'll go ahead and go to that machine now and do the activation. I don't know if you can read those labels, but that's basically what your display should be doing. The top indicator is power, and the next 4 there all are indicating communication and system status, and the bottom 2 are quite active. They are the Wi-Fi, 2.4 gigahertz and 5 gigahertz Wi-Fi are those bottom 2. So they are indicating that the Wi-Fi is active and ready to go. So let's go and try to do the activation. Okay, here we go. We have gotten the router powered up LEDs are blinking, all the connectivity is there. We waited the 20 minutes to have it so that it connected up, and now it's ready to be activated. What you need to do is look at the startup guide and use the URL that's listed there to get to this first Xfinity page on your browser. As I mentioned earlier, you can use a smartphone, you can use a desktop. I'm going to use a desktop here just because it's a little bit easier for me to do this video right here. So the steps that you see here will be on a desktop browser. The first page here comes up where it's welcome to the Xfinity activation. You click on the continue button. It takes you to the next page where you can enter your account number. That is the account number. If you don't have it handy with one of your statements, you can get it off of the documentation that they did send with the package. It's the one piece of identifying information other than your name that comes with the package. So you enter your account number there and enter your phone number, click continue. That takes you to the next page where it says it's connecting to your devices. And it says, please wait while we check if your devices are ready for activation. This may take up to 15 minutes. Then you'll be ready to activate. Are you kidding me? You gotta wait another 15 minutes. This is insane that it takes so long to get these set up. But that's the Xfinity Comcast system. So we just have to be patient, I suppose. So wait that time. Then once it's there, you click on the continue button. It takes you to the next page. It says connection established. You're almost done. Please choose your customization options below and click continue to save your selections and finish your activation. I didn't have any options that came up with mine, so I don't know how to tell you any details with respect to what you see on your screen. So with mine, I just clicked the continue button. It took me to the final page here saying that your device is activated. The device goes through a reset. Again, you have to wait, let it go through all of that. And then you can go to different browser windows to verify that everything is connected. I did this with my desktop here, verified that all of that was correct and running. I also checked it with my smartphone that is a direct Wi-Fi connect, and everything was operating again there as well. So I think going through these steps is really straightforward. You shouldn't have any troubles with that. Once you're there, your Wi-Fi will come alive on your different smartphones, desktop, the different things that you have connected through the Wi-Fi, and you should be good to go. They've made it so that that part of the process is pretty seamless, really straightforward. You shouldn't have any trouble. Should be able to get through it really quickly. Okay, that wraps that up. Hopefully there was enough information there to help you get yours set up if you had any questions or if there's anything that you got stuck on. Basically, with using the Ethernet hardwire connect, I thought that it would be a lot more straightforward, but the router still disconnects and connects, and it finally did go through. So if you were using a smartphone or a tablet, something that has a cell phone connection, maybe a little more straightforward. Since I didn't use that option, I'm not sure how it would be different, but it might be easier. You may maintain your connection and do the activation. I had to reset the box once to allow it to go back through and connect to my desktop machine that has the Ethernet cable connected to it, but it finally worked. And the only thing that I needed to have was the account number, and when you're down, you're thinking, well, I can't log in and see what my account number is. That's the one piece of information that they give you on the little insert card that comes in the replacement package. So to finish this off, the only thing left to do is repackage all of these again. And I'm not sure what they really expect the person to do with these extra cables and whatnot that didn't get used. I've got so much of that kind of stuff that I don't really care, so I'm not gonna hang on to it. I don't know that it matters if you kept it and didn't send it back and you can actually use it, then I think that's probably allowed. Don't know for sure, that's just me talking, but that's what I got. So they made it really nice to be able to put all of this back in so that it's ready to go. All of the paperwork and whatnot just goes right back in there. Don't care about the guides and whatnot. And then they did make it easy with respect to having a label. So basically close this guy back up, stick your label over the label that has your information on it, and you're good to go. So we're now all packed up, ready to go. We've got the shipping label on it. Everything's in place. I am up and running right now. I did enter they don't call it a passcode, I think they call it an activation code with respect to the Wi-Fi once it comes back up. That is something that you have to enter as well, which I showed you just a minute ago. But that's it. Besides your account number, that's the other piece of information that I had to have to complete the whole process. So hopefully this helped and will make your process of swapping this out a little bit easier. And I will be doing a follow-up. It may end up being just something that I put in the comments, or I may do a follow-up video depending on what the outcome is. But I definitely want to find out how this performs at that midnight time when the Wi-Fi signal was dropping off so drastically that in certain parts of our house you couldn't connect any longer. So I will be checking that out, start night, seeing if there's any kind of a switch that happens at that time. I don't, like I said at the beginning of this video, I don't know if that's part of what they were trying to fix. Maybe that's a part of the normal operation, but I'll find out, and then I'll put that in the comments and give you a little bit of feedback on that too. And also feel free, again, down at the bottom of the video, leave comments, leave questions. I always like to hear feedback. Great to know what others are finding out. If there's anything I left out, if there's something that you can add that's helpful to other people that might see the video, that's always encouraged, very welcome, and we appreciate it. That's all there is for this time. Hopefully that was helpful. We really appreciate you watching the video, and we'll catch you next time. Thanks.